Hey everyone, welcome back to the MLB Coast to Coast podcast. I am hosting this week. My name is Nicole Russo. I am here with our MLB expert, Mo Nawara from thelines.com. We are covering 3 games in today's pod. And as always, if you still need a DraftKings or a FanDuel account, head to dkpicks.com or fdpicks.com to sign up for a new account. And if you like written content, make sure you head over to thelines.com and playpicks.com because we have a ton of that for you every single day. Mo, how you feeling about yesterday's games? How you feeling about today's games?
Yesterday could have gone a little better. Red Sox came through. Pittsburgh, not so much. Hopefully you get to see a better game than that 9-run disaster last night. But
Pittsburgh, You didn't even have to sweat. Sometimes that's, if you make a bet and, it's just kind of, if it's dead in the first inning, sometimes it's just a little bit
no pain. No pain,
right? Like you didn't have to sweat it for 9 innings.
Yeah. I got a little bit on Cubs today, so sorry. But we won't talk about that one.
I have zero expectations for the Pirates heading into the game I'm going into tonight. The thing I'm more disappointed about is that our coworker told me that the concessions at Wrigley suck. I was hoping for a good hot dog, and it looks like I'm not going to get one tonight.
Wrigleyville, though, there's plenty of stuff in Wrigleyville. I bet you can find something over there.
All right,
outside the stadium is good stuff.
Okay, I'll have to search a little bit. All right, do you want to let's go ahead and get it started? Our first game up on the docket is the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. Mariners and Blue Jays are facing off again. We covered this one yesterday. Blue Jays beat the Mariners yesterday 6-2. Gilbert will be pitching for the Mariners with Jose Barrios pitching for the Blue Jays. Mariners are currently plus 130 with the total for this game sitting at 8. Who do you like?
Yeah, I was liking the Mariners. Unfortunately, looks like market is not in agreement with this. So you can probably get a better price than I got slightly. I got a little bit. I got plus 127. But something looks wrong with Jose Barrios so far. I mean, this guy his nickname is the Machine, I think. And he's been a machine. It's been a good nickname for him, to be honest. Like he's been probably the most consistent pitcher in baseball for the last 5 years, as far as both he makes all of his starts and he makes all of his starts giving the exact same performance basically every year. So it's really weird what's happening so far to him. He's just been a complete disaster. 4.73 Sierra so far, and just people barreling up all of his pitches, 13.3% barrel rate, which is about a little more than 2 times league average, I believe. So not going well for him so far. And below average called strike plus whiff rate as well. And that hasn't happened since his prospect days. I was looking over his heat maps. It looks like kind of poor command has been an issue so far. I don't really know what's going on, but he's throwing too many pitches in the middle of the zone. And you can kind of see that in his zone rate. It's the highest it's ever been. Seattle, not a team that misses a lot in the zone. They're a pretty high contact team. So I think it's a fairly decent matchup for them. And then on the other side, Logan Gilbert, really good prospect, broke out a little bit last year. And he's looking pretty solid again so far this year. I don't think he's quite as good as his numbers so far. He's got a 3.43 Sierra and a 3.56 xERA. So StatCast really likes his work so far, not allowing a ton of high value contact. And I'm also seeing some injuries in Toronto's bullpen. I'm not sure if Jordan Romano is going to be out again, but the setup man, I think, just went on the IL, and they had to use basically third string closer last night when things got a little bit hairy. So I kind of like Seattle here, but maybe if you wait a little bit, you can get a good price. And I would also say if Seattle goes down at all, I wouldn't mind, just because of Toronto's shaky bullpen right now, taking a little bit of Seattle live if you can get a big price.
Sounds like the Machine needs a reboot is what you're saying. Something's wrong. All right, the next one we have is the Los Angeles Angels versus the Texas Rangers. The Angels are in Arlington taking on the Rangers this week. They won yesterday. The Rangers won yesterday 7-4. This is the 6th time these teams are facing each other this season, and the Angels currently lead the series 3-2. Taylor Hearn is expected to pitch for the Rangers with Reed Detmers. Is that
You got it. Reed Detmers. He's rookie-ish. I think he's still a rookie. Rookie lefty. Reed Detmers. He's got talent.
He'll be in for the Angels. See, I feel like it's just a pronunciation lesson every single time I do these videos with you. There's one pitcher I definitely don't know for sure what their last name is. But right now, the Angels are the favorites. They're at minus 130 on the money line. Total for this game sitting at 8.5 runs. Who do you like?
Yeah, I like Angels here just a little bit. I think so. On the last one, I would say there's definitely, with the line going the other way, there's definitely quite a bit of room to bet the Mariners. This one's a little closer to me. I think wouldn't really bet it past minus 130. Reed Detmers, not a pitcher I'm super excited about right now, but he is doing some really good work on contact management. The Ks, I think, need to come up, but it looks like he's getting very lucky because he has a 174 BABIP. The ball is not falling for hits when people connect with it, but StatCast says that that's not entirely luck because he has a 3.84 xERA. So that would be quite a bit better than we can expect from Hearn if he can keep that up. If Reed Detmers keeps the walks down, which have been an issue in the past, he's kind of been a way different pitcher this year. More contact management, where last year he was more about missing bats, but was walking everybody. Hearn, another lefty, but he's throwing a ton of sliders, 31% sliders. When I watch him pitch, I think his slider looks pretty good. So, I mean, it's good for him to throw it a lot, but I think against the Angels lineup specifically, it's not that good because they have a couple of the best lefty killers out there, Anthony Rendon and Mike Trout. And Hearn has been allowing a lot of barrels, and against these lefty killers, that's not what you want. They have all the power. And yeah, both teams actually have hit lefties very well so far. So I wouldn't mind a play on the over as well. But I do think the Angels have a little bit of value right where they're at right now. But you probably have to get it pretty soon because if the line goes up at all, I wouldn't bet it. But we'll see where it goes.
All right, so hopefully it stays where it is at by the time this video comes out in an hour or so. Last but not least, we have got a battle in Cleveland going on. We have the Reds and the Guardians playing each other in a quick 2-game set today and tomorrow. The Reds are currently the underdogs heading into this one at plus 140. The Guardians are sitting at minus 160 on the money line, total currently at 8.5 runs. What do you like?
Well, I guess I like the Reds. They burned me a lot early on. I went away from the Reds. I stopped betting the Reds for like a solid 3 weeks there, and I was very happy about it because they just kept losing. And then they've kind of been playing reasonable baseball again. If you just like cut off the dates on the stats to the beginning of May, the Reds actually have an above average offense, which tracks with what I think a lot of people have probably noticed. A lot of their games have been going over. They've been scoring quite a few runs. They've had several shootouts with the Brewers where, double digit runs on both sides. I don't want to just like ignore the first month where they totally sucked, but I also think like this tracks a little bit closer to my priors. And I think almost everybody's priors where, the Reds were never supposed to be nearly as bad as they played. So if the Reds are going to play reasonable, like close to league average offense, then I think they're just too big of underdogs here. 2 bad pitchers going. I'm expecting a fair amount of runs. This is another one where I like the over a little bit as well. 2 kind of different styles of bad pitchers, I guess. Connor Overton for the Reds. He doesn't miss any bats, but Zach Plesac, not too much better. I've faded several of his starts this year. He is even pitching worse than his mediocre career numbers because his fastball velocity is down like almost a tick and a half right now. So when you're already working around 93 from the right side, that's not great. And if you got 2 pitchers basically giving up runs here and 2 middle relief cores that I don't think anybody can have any confidence in, it's just a lot of variance, and variance in high run environments like that favors the underdog. Basically, you just don't want to be laying juice in a spot like that. So I think plus 145 is a little bit too high. I think it should be closer to minus 130 on the fair line there. So yeah, just a good gamble in a high run environment for me.
All right, sounds good. That about wraps it up for today's MLB Coast to Coast podcast. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and ring the bell so you know every single time we post a new video. Mo and I will be back every day this week so he can give you his expert picks on the MLB games. We will see you next time.